Oh man, wow, man. I expected bad, but that was really bad. What's going on, everyone? Jorolicious, back for another video, another Dynamite review, man. I just finished watching AEW Dynamite, and I mean this with every fiber of my being, with every ounce of humanity I have left inside me. This is the worst wrestling show, period, on television. Dynamite, Collision, and Rampage is ass. This is not it. TK, we need to do better, man. We need to do better. Almost everything in the show is nonsensical. The crowd is so fucking dead, you can hear a pin drop. I hear coughs and regular conversations from the audience. I hear the wrestlers calling spots at points in this show. You can hear the wrestlers talking to each other. It's not supposed to be like that. What in the fuck happened to this company? What is going on? Everything, and I mean everything, is wrong with this show. From a storyline perspective, from an in-ring perspective, from a production perspective. Everything that you can nail down, the show has a problem with it. We're going to go through this episode, but this show is so goddamn ass it's hard. The show begins with the baby faces standing outside. The only baby faces that I can somewhat take seriously is Mark Briscoe. Everyone else is jobbers. Karen Jarrett is taller than everyone there. How the hell is Karen Jarrett taller than all of the main supposed baby faces? These are the people you're trying to push, TK. These fools. These idiots right here. Now, again, I love Mark Briscoe, but these other guys are jokes. We got the Dork Order. We got Private Party, who isn't being pushed to where they need to be. And we have Top Flight, who isn't being pushed to where they need to be. This looks like a joke. These are your biggest baby faces? These are your baby faces for the mid-card division. This is sad, Tony. This is sad. The show begins. Hangnail comes out. He cuts a promo. I don't really care. He gets beaten up. Jay White comes out, cuts a promo on him. It's quiet as fuck. And Hangnail limps away. I took notes, by the way. I took notes on my phone on purpose because I knew I was going to forget everything that happened in this show when I started recording. So I took notes. Jay White is a great promo. I think Jay White is really good. He's just in the wrong company right now. He could be doing so much more in WWE. He could be feuding with Braun Breaker for the IC title. But he's stuck in a dead brand with a dead company, with a dead crowd, on a dead show, doing a whole bunch of nothing with Hangman. Hangman should be in contention for the World Heavyweight Championship. Okay? We should be getting Jay White ready, having him stack up wins to get him ready for the Continental Classic so he can dethrone Okada. That's exactly what we should be doing. Jesus fucking Christ. So then we cut to Sammy Guevara with this little vignette.
You know, I've been here for the past 5 years.
I skipped over it. I ain't got time for that. And then I saw my boy Shelton Benjamin. They gave him a banger vignette.
We're not here to make friends. We're not here to shake hands. We're here to crack heads. We're to win championships.
We are merchants of misery.
Shelton and MVP are one of the few decent things in this company. When I'm watching this show, I look forward to the Hurt Syndicate segments. Shelton is great. He's still fantastic in the ring. We'll get to when I have to cover the match, and MVP is really good. I think they add a certain level of, not realism, but legitimacy to the show. When you see these guys on screen, you take it seriously. Like, you perk up. You're like, oh shit, MVP and Shelton are here. Okay, let me lock in. Sammy Guevara comes out. He has a worthless Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship. I don't care. I really don't give a shit about Sammy Guevara and that stupid-ass paperweight title he has right around his waist. Him and Shelton have a match. It was pretty decent. This match was just to build up Shelton for next week. That's it. That's all. There was some decent spots. There was a really cool spot where Sammy Guevara jumped for the top rope, and Shelton super kicked his ass in the air. Great callback to when Shawn Michaels did it to Shelton. I mean, there's no story, no nothing for me to be invested in. Shelton was whooping his ass for the majority of the match. And as much as I like to see Sammy Guevara get his ass kicked, it adds little to nothing of value to AEW fucking television. Literally nothing. Sammy loses to Shelton with a knee strike and a snap power slam. That's it. That's it. Why didn't we have Sammy confront Shelton last week and try to prove himself? Step up to Shelton Benjamin, says, you know what? I want to start getting wins back. I want to start building myself up. Shelton, I want to challenge you. I want to see how I can stack up against you. And Shelton could be like, oh, okay, kid. Your funeral. This match was boring for the most part besides Shelton kicking his ass. I wasn't interested at all. We then cut to Mariah May and Renee. Mariah May starts throwing out Anna Jay's shit. And she says she doesn't belong in the locker room with me. Anna Jay comes out. Why are we feuding Anna Jay with Mariah May? Why are we doing this? What has Anna Jay done to deserve a shot at the women's world heavyweight title? What has she done, TK? Well, because she went to Japan? Who cares? Who gives a shit if she went to Japan? I don't care. What has she done? This is a problem. You know the problem why the ratings and attendance is down, Tony Khan. This is a problem, Tony. There is not one story in the women's division that I care about. Not one. It's all these talented women. Oh my God. The women in this division are so fucking talented that they can overshadow the men's division. They can outshine the fucking men. That's how talented some of these women are. But yet, instead of building up Jamie Hayter, instead of having Jamie come after Mariah May and having her chase the championship, she's feuding with Penelope Ford. And instead of giving Mariah May an actual credible challenger, instead throw Anna Jay at her. This is the problem with AEW. They don't build up people enough to the point where they challenge for titles. It's not convincing. It's not convincing. You're trying to... I'm going to get to that later. It was a terrible segment. They start brawling, and that's it. We get to Kyle Fletcher. I like Kyle Fletcher. I think he's pretty great. He's great in the ring. His promo ability is okay. He has a great look. It's pretty decent. He comes out with Don Fallis, and he cuts a promo for 8 minutes straight. I was timing it on my phone. I was playing Sparking Zero in the background, and I look over, and this motherfucker is still talking. I literally did 2 matches in Sparking Zero. I look over. Kyle Fletcher is still talking. It gets to a point where the audience tells him to wrap it up. And shut the hell up. And he still keeps talking. The gist of his promo was, I betrayed Will Ospreay because he has a knack of turning on his allies. So I turned on him before he turned on me. And I was tired of people calling me the next Will Ospreay. I want to be my own man. I want to be my own person. So fuck Will Ospreay. That's it. I just summarized his 8-minute promo in like 15 seconds. But yet for some reason, the AEW creative team just let him go out there and waste time. They probably just wanted to waste time because they couldn't think of anything else to fill the fucking time slot. That's probably why. Kyle Fletcher is decent on the mic, but he's not good enough to captivate an audience for as long as 7 to 8 minutes. He's not Cody Rhodes. He's not fucking Roman Reigns. He's not Eddie Kingston. He can't carry a story long term. He can't do it. He comes out, he gets a long ass promo, and then he shaves his fucking hair, and then he starts crashing out, saying that I'm not Will Ospreay. I'm not Will Ospreay.
I am nothing like you. I am nothing like you.
It's terrible. It's terrible. We could have had to give him like a nice 2-minute promo. And then maybe have a hair versus hair match at Full Gear between Ospreay and fucking Felcher. have some type of consequences. Fletcher loses, shaves his hair, crashes out, and then we have the last match at World's End. I don't know. Like, they could have done something with this dude. I skipped past this shit. I ain't got time for it. We then cut to Ricochet cutting a terrible promo. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Ricochet. What's happening with Ricochet, Tony? What are we doing with Ricochet? What are we doing? This dude is up to a whole bunch of nothing. You rush him into a match with Will Ospreay with little to no story or investment, and now he's stuck just meandering around, trying to go after Takeshita. We all know he's finna get his ass beat by Takeshita. He's not beating Takeshita. He has a better chance of entering the Continental Classic and beating Okada for the Continental title, which is what I think is going to happen. I think that's what they're leading to. He cuts a promo, and he says he's going to be on Rampage.
Please show up this Friday on Rampage.
We already got this nigga on Rampage. TK. This dude is one of your biggest signings of the year, and you relegate him to a dying show? Rampage is going to be dead by the end of the year, and you're going to put Ricochet on that bitch. Sorry, Ricochet is not a big enough star for me to watch that shitty ass fucking show. And he calls out Takeshita to show up. Who the fuck is he even fighting on Rampage? I heard it's Nick Plain. Ricochet versus Nick Wayne on Rampage? Are you serious? Who the hell's going to watch that? Wasting this brother's fucking talent. Holy shit. And then MVP shows up and says, brother, let me save your career in AEW real quick. Gives him a business card. Let's let bygones be bygones. We then get Brian Page and Timu Drew McIntyre. They show up to fight against a bunch of jungle jobbers. They're jobbers that are dressed up like they're coming from the wilderness. Like they're coming from Timbuktu. I don't know where the fuck they're coming from. They squashed them in mere minutes. It's not interesting. I don't care. Raya's buying Brian Cage in the Don Callis family. Wasn't he running the Cage of Agony? Because they turned on Swerve and they started their own faction. What's the continuity? What's going on here? It's so confusing. AEW fans really want you to watch this shit and turn your brain off. That's all they want. They want you to watch it and don't God, bro, holy shit. So, and the crowd was so dead during this fucking match.
Decimate opponent, you're looking at Archer and Cage.
The crowd was dead. No one gave a shit because you're not making these guys interesting. They're just muscleheads. Why should I care about them? What's their character? What's their personality? Why should I invest my time into giving a shit about Brian Cage and Timu Drew McIntyre? God, this shit is terrible. The baby faces, we see them chilling outside. I don't know why they're standing outside waiting for Jon Moxley to arrive. Why not just hide out in the arena so when Jon Moxley does arrive and gets into the ring, you just bum rush him in the BBC? Why not just do that? Actually formulate a plan. You don't think Moxley is watching the show and he notices you dumb fuck standing outside so he can formulate a plan to go around you fools like he does later into the you know what? I'm done. This dude, Chuck Taylor, he's not a wrestler anymore. He's a producer and he talks to Cassidy and tells him to step up. Fantastic. The baby faces look so fucking sorry. We then get to the worst part of this fucking show. The most abhorrent, the most disgusting, the most idiotic part of this fucking show is Chris Jericho versus Mark Briscoe. I cannot tell you how the booking, this is insulting. The fact that Tony gave us a rematch when Mark Briscoe already beat this nigga is just... Oh my God. And the match itself, was it bad? No, it was okay. It was a mediocre 4 out of 10 match. Mark Briscoe carried this shit because I love Mark Briscoe. They should be pushing Mark Briscoe as one of the top baby faces in the company. But yet instead they are feuding him with Chris Jericho. Now, I hate Ring of Honor. I don't want Ring of Honor on AEW television at all whatsoever. But I'll let it go because it's Mark Briscoe. I want Mark Briscoe on Dynamite no matter what. And he needs to be on Dynamite. He's a top draw. It's a ladder war match. Jericho fake smiles into the crowd. You know he doesn't give a shit anymore. Mark Briscoe is fantastic. I love Mark Briscoe. The crowd is behind him. They're dead. He's trying to wake them up. Jericho's running around looking like a naked mole rat. He's looking like an amoeba. I don't know what the fuck is Jericho doing. The commentary team is abhorrent. This is the worst commentary team in all of fucking wrestling. They're destroying their bodies in the ring. Mark Briscoe is bleeding in front of 100 people. Like, what the fuck is happening? I remember Briscoe started bleeding and the crowd started chanting AEW.
That. This is why, Matt Menard, why we...
Are you fucking serious? God, the AEW fan base is terrible. They have a long, dumb match. I literally was playing Sparking Zero. I look over and I see Big Bill coming in and helping Chris Jericho up the ladder. And Chris Jericho wins the Ring of Honor Championship in 2024. Tony Khan, why are we pushing a 54-year-old Chris Jericho in 2024 to win any type of championship ever in AEW? Why? He's out of shape. He looks like he doesn't even give a shit anymore. He's disgusting. He's terrible to look at. He looks like a fucked up piece of bacteria. That's exactly what Chris Jericho looks like. You wonder why the attendance is down. You wonder why the ratings are down. We're going to cover the ratings in a separate vid. I'm going to do the AEW ratings in its own vid so I can just tackle that, okay? This is the most stupidest shit you ever could have booked. So this whole storyline was Chris Jericho fucking with Mark Briscoe and bringing up Jay Briscoe's name constantly. You know, Mark Briscoe's brother who sadly passed in a car accident. Chris Jericho was disgustingly using Jay Briscoe's passing to get under Mark Briscoe's skin. The story of this feud should have been Mark Briscoe conquering the evil, slimy heel and putting him away. But yet Jericho beats and buries Mark Briscoe? You're going to let the heel who talks shit about Mark Briscoe's deceased brother get over on him and win? You are rewarding the heel for shit talking the dead and disrespecting the dead. Are you serious, Tony? This makes no sense. Jericho should have lost. He should have lost. Why did you put the Ring of Honor title on him? Why? Because you want to get a new TV deal? Is that why? So you're going to bury Mark Briscoe, who should be the face of Ring of Honor if they get a TV deal. I should have worn my CM Punk hoodie. I just don't feel like wearing it. I just want to wear this right now because I'm comfortable and I didn't feel like changing. This is disgusting. This is disgusting from a storyline standpoint. This is disgusting from a match standpoint. And this is disgusting from this is terrible. This is some of the worst shit you have ever booked, Tony Khan. And that's saying a lot. This pissed me off big time. Why? Jericho was really in your ear telling you how this will be a great thing for him to win this dumbass championship. And y'all wonder why I'm an AEW hater now. I don't give a fuck. I don't want this company to die, but at this rate, I'm just going to sit back and watch the fireworks go off. This is pathetic. You should be ashamed of your damn self, Tony Khan, for booking garbage like this. And it gets worse. Ishii! Tomohiro Ishii comes out. Ishii! With Rocky Romero. You know, the same Rocky Romero that helped Mark Briscoe earlier in the match, but didn't come back out to help deter Big Bill. He comes out and he challenges Chris Jericho for the Ring of Honor World title. And we just see Mark Briscoe lying buried in the fucking ground, just sad, sorry, and fucking pathetic. Really? Tony, are you doing drugs? Who the fuck wants to see this? Watch them ratings dip to 400K. This is what we do. Want to have Mark Briscoe beat Jericho, had Jericho go away till All In season, get in shape, come back, announce he's doing one last match, and then retire at All In Texas. This is just God, man. Oh my God, what happened to AE fucking W? I don't know. So after that excrement, we get a segment of Adam Cole in the Undisputed Era / Kingdom. I love Adam Cole, one of my favorite wrestlers. He fell in love with him in NXT Black and Gold. Undisputed Kingdom come out. Now they're supposed to be heels, right? Last week, Adam Cole said he does not want the Undisputed Kingdom's help when confronting MJF. So the Undisputed Kingdom come out. They then tell Adam Cole that MJF used Adam because he's more popular than him. And they try to make sense of this Adam Cole MJF feud, but you can't. You can't make sense of this. MJF should be going after these fools because they screwed him over last year. They shouldn't be sympathized with. They're assholes. They turned on MJF for no reason. Adam Cole fucked over MJF for no reason. He changed him. He became a babyface, and he betrayed him because he was greedy. He betrayed him because he wanted the world championship. That's why. And you want me to feel bad for these guys? You want me to feel bad for them and get with them? The promo was cringe as hell, and the crowd was quiet and booing the Undisputed Kingdom.
And that was for the fans to actually care about him.
It's sad to see Adam Cole and these guys in this environment. MJF comes through to try to save the segment with the big booty masseuse, but it doesn't work. He tells them that whoever gets the most wins will face him at Full Gear. If it's between Roddy and Adam. And he says, I'm not going to show up till Full Gear so you guys won't beat my ass. I don't care. Oh, my God. And we get a Penelope Ford promo. Who cares? Who cares about Penelope Ford? She's talking shit about Jamie Hayter. Jamie cuts a great promo. I love Jamie Hayter. She's great. She then tells Penelope that she's going to whoop her ass.
How about I make you my victim of my return?
She should be chasing after the world championship, but yet she's feuding with Penelope Ford. And you wonder why the women's division is fucking dead. The House of Black come out. Oh my God, Tony Khan remembered that they exist. They come out. Are they going to cut a promo? Are they going to say their mission statement? What's going on? No, they fight up against a bunch of jobbers. And in mere minutes, they beat him and it's over with. That's what we're doing with the House of Black. This is what we're doing with the House of Black. The fuck are we doing with the House of Black? Buddy Matthews is an incredible wrestler. Malachi Black is a fucking insane, gifted fucking talent. And Brody King is great. And yet you're just bringing them out to beat up jobbers in 2 minutes and then they fuck off. You're not building their equity. You're not building their name. You're just putting them out there because we keep complaining that where is the House of Black? Where are they? And you just throw them out on Dynamite. You did the same shit that you did on fucking Collision, TK. I didn't review that show because I just didn't want to. It was garbage. It was trash. Buddy Murphy calls out Adam Cole for a match for no reason. Adam Cole confronts him backstage and says, why? And he says, it's because you're brittle and I want to expose you. Fantastic. This is going to lead to a Buddy Matthews push. Great. Have him win the Continental Classic. If not, what are we doing? Why is this match even happening? This is going to be an L for Buddy Matthews, even though you should be building him up. We get Mercedes. She's walking around with those two stupid pieces of plastic around her shoulders. Camille versus Queen Aminata. Aminata has terrible music. Her entrance is stale and boring. She's gorgeous. Had no problem with Queen Aminata being on my screen. This match was mid. Aminata is decent in the ring. I think she's pretty good. If you actually give us a reason to care about her, maybe this match would have been something. We all knew Aminata wasn't going to win. She should have won this match because that would have at least gained her some momentum. But no. Her and Camille go back and forth. I don't care. I think Camille botched once. It was like a Hurricanrana spot. Mercedes did a terrible fucking interference spot. I don't know who the hell even thought of that. Who cares about Mercedes? Who cares? She's mid. She isn't offering anything to AEW television. She has go away heat. And she's just terrible. Which is sad because in ring she's fantastic. But she's just not boring. She's unappealing. No one wants to see Mercedes on our fucking screen. Camille beats Queen Aminata. Great. Chris Statlander comes out, confronts Camille. Listen, Camille's losing next week. You let her beat Queen Aminata. She should have squashed her, but hey, whatever. Stat comes out. Stat is going to beat Camille. And we are going to get a match with Mercedes at Full Gear, and I hope Stat wins the title off Mercedes so you can take Mercedes off television and rework her gimmick so the AEW audience can be interested in her again. The attack Stat, just letting you know that, hey, she's winning next week on Fright Night Dynamite. Daddy Magic is on commentary for some reason. Christian Cage comes out. Hook reveals that Cage attacked his dad. Kip Sabian nutshots fucking Hook because I guess he wants a new dad. They beat up Hook and they fuck off. You interested yet? I love Christian Cage. Christian Cage is one of the few good things on the show. Whatever he's doing, I actually care about. If I see Christian Cage, I'm like, oh, okay. I'll give it a shot. I don't know what Kip Sabian's doing. It's like they have no creative for him. They're putting him with Christian Cage because sadly Luchasaurus is ill right now. He's not doing too good. So they need someone to fill his spot as like muscle, I guess, and Kip Sabian's going to use his spot. Fantastic. I care. Private Party and Daniel Garcia come out. The entrances are terrible. The baby faces are still standing outside like fucking idiots. Why are they still standing outside after 2 hours? You're making them look like fucking doofuses, TK? That's what you're doing? You're making them look like fucking jokes? Are you serious? We get a match between Private Party and Daniel Garcia versus the Buckaroos. I don't care. I don't give a shit. The match is whatever. The crowd was dead for most of it. Daniel Garcia and Private Party get the W. I think they pin Maddie or Nikki. I don't know, and I don't care. They fuck off. But Private Party tells the Young Bucks that they want one more tag team championship match. The Bucks said no. But Private Party said, wait, before you say something, say that if we lose this tag team championship match, they will split up forever. There will be no more Private Party. The Bucks say yes. This is a bad idea because they're not beating the Young Bucks for the tag team championships. They're going to become solo acts and they're going to die 1,000 deaths on this show because Tony Khan isn't going to book them the way he needs to. He's going to forget about them. He's going to bring in some more WWE talent and they're going to go drop down the card. Fantastic. Bucks say yes. The BBC come up behind them and attack Daniel Garcia and Private Party. So the baby faces standing outside for the entire show meant nothing. They look like a bunch of fucking idiots. Tony Khan, you made your mid-card baby faces look like dorks, dweebs, and geeks. Look like fucking idiots. The heels outsmarted the baby faces. They just went around. John Moxley comes through. Oh my God, who's he gonna beat up this time? He grabs Chuck Taylor, because we all care about Chuck Taylor, and he makes Claudio concerto him, kind of concerto, like they put a chair on his neck, and Claudio stomps on it and tries to kill him. Wheeler Useless is in the background like, oh my God, what are you guys doing? Like he didn't try to murder Bryan Danielson a few weeks back. Like he didn't fucking go around with the Blackpool Combat Club fucking destroying baby faces for weeks. But yet when it comes to Chuck Taylor being fucking having his neck snapped, you have a problem with it. But yet you joined with the BBC in destroying Bryan Danielson. Makes no sense. It makes no sense. He beats up Chuck Taylor. Wheeler Eustace is acting all word. Orange Cassidy comes out. He scares away the heels, and it's over. Garbage. The show sucks. It fucking sucks. The show is terrible. Everything on the show makes 0 sense. By the way, this is just my temporary layout while I try to figure out my permanent AEW Dynamite review layout. This shit is garbage. 1 out of 10 because of Christian Cage. I'm getting out of here. I'm finna go smoke me some weed. I'm finna go call up Prince Nana to bring me some damn buds so I can smoke, edit this shit, and go to sleep and forget like this episode never happened. Sub to the channel. Road to 1,000 subscribers on this bitch. Matter of fact, road to 10,000 subscribers on my wrestling channel. I'm gonna start paying attention to this channel more. I might pay attention to this channel more than my main channel because I'm more passionate about wrestling lately, and I really want to talk wrestling. So I think I want to build this channel more than anything. So if you, for my main channel, you might want to come fuck with my wrestling channel because this is where I'm going to be at for most of the time. I'm out. Like, subscribe, favorite, sub to the channel. I'm out. Hit the outro.